So thus, if this self-defensive internal mechanism is not active within us, then we must be extremely concerned that we are not reaching that level of faith that we should be reaching. Every vice, every societal badness is showing a mirror like a reflection to us, but this mirror will only be seen at that time when love of Almighty Allah immerses in your hearts. If you do not realize this, and if the love of Almighty Allah is not dominant over other things, and materialism and society takes precedence over this, then your levels of badness and goodness will alter in accordance with these things. There are various traditions in the Jamaat Ahmadiyya. The promised Messiah, peace be upon him, and the Khulafa, the successors, at different occasions, in light of the teachings of Islam, have established these traditions. Some things within the Jamaat, in order to prevent them from occurring, sometimes quite a harsh attitude is taken. And this is because the purpose of the life of a true believer is to act upon whatever is right. And to act upon righteous things is necessary for a true believer. Without this, neither will he be able to counsel others towards goodness, and neither will he be able to prevent and safeguard others from evil things. So thus, when you have attached yourself with the Imam of the time, so that you can inculcate pious reformation within yourselves, and so that you can endeavor to be the Khair Ummat, the best people, then you need to leave all types of materialism. You cannot form your own levels of what righteous is. The level and measure of righteousness will be formed by whatever is in the light of the teachings of Islam. In this time, the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, has taught us what this right level and measure is, and he has taught this after attaining guidance from Almighty Allah, and he has striven hard to try and inculcate and establish this within the Jamaat. This is something extremely significant, and this is something very important, and every Ahmadi should try to comprehend and understand this properly. Recently, in a certain Jamaat, contrary to the traditions of the Jamaat, in a certain wedding, certain things occurred, as a result of which I took appropriate disciplinary action. There were some amongst those people who did not possess much knowledge of faith, and they were not aware of the traditions. Although this is no proper excuse, because every Ahmadi should always demonstrate his true faith and should always try to attain it as well. However, there were also many amongst these people who possessed knowledge of the religion, and there were those who served the Jamaat. They were those who were aware of Jamaat's traditions and values. These people also attended that wedding, and by doing so, these people displayed weakness and also complacency. Forbidding people from doing evil was left aside. These people in fact sat there and watched whatever vulgar things were occurring then. And instead of implementing tanhauna anil munkar, that is forbidding evil, these people became a part of that evil. And later they wrote to me that we actually attended for the sake of their reformation. This is a strange kind of reformation indeed, that neither did they admonish those people in terms of whatever bad they were doing, and neither did they counsel them towards righteousness, and if they counseled them towards any kind of righteousness, it was on a different topic. This is a strange kind of reformation, that a certain kind of vice is being performed, and these people observe it and are partaking in it, and then they say we are counseling towards righteousness. Whether they counsel towards righteousness or not is a different matter, but even if they did counsel towards this, then they did not do it to try and prevent that vice from occurring. They counseled them for some other kind of righteousness. This bears semblance to seeing a thief stealing something, and then instead of preventing him from stealing, instead of capturing him, Instead of preventing somebody's loss as a result of that theft, you aid and support him in that theft instead. And then later on, you say saying honest things or saying something truthful is correct. Saying something honest is correct. However, at that particular time, counseling towards righteousness or preventing from doing evil entails preventing that thief from performing his theft. So thus, if you believe in the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, then an Ahmadi should not be fearful of the society. In fact, you must give precedence to the faith. The promised Messiah alayhi salam, for the sake of his progeny and his followers, he prayed that may the Robe Dajjal, the awe of the Dajjal, not come upon them. So if you become immersed in this Robe Dajjal in the West, and what will be left? This incident that occurred, there were many people involved in it, as I have stated, and it was said to me that there are many people involved in this. This will cause anxiety in the Jamaat. And I gave them this reply, that punishment will undoubtedly be given, whether it causes anxiety in the Jamaat. If some people are broken because of this, if some people leave as a result of this, they can leave. I'm not worried about that. However,